I'm Anthony Forrest, the president of Steel Cod, and I'm here with John Beresford, our VP of Sales, ready to discuss all things appliances. All right, John. Well, here's an interesting conversation. Front load versus top load washers. Besides the obvious,
Cool.
that a top load washer is just a front load washer on its back. What's interesting about this is I grew up around top load washers. I think like a lot of people grew up around top load washers and didn't even know front
Yeah.
load washers existed outside of commercial laundry. Like that was just for laundromats.
Mm.
So it kind of blew my mind seeing him in someone's house. And then once I learned about how they clean and how they work, I'm like, oh my, these are not the same platforms. They might as well have a different name besides just the loading. So I didn't want to kick this off.
Um, I guess the best way to look, the reason why this is a thing and why we're even bothering doing this is because it's still talked about on the sales floor like it's a preference conversation for a customer, right? And that's the part that's maddening to me, right? And let's be clear, it's not, right? These are two completely different cleaning systems, and quite frankly, they don't perform at the same level. Okay, front load washers clean better. Okay, they use less water and they extract more water during the spin. Those are all three massive, positives when it comes to laundry. Top load washers are easier to use for sure, right? They're much more familiar for the average consumer, and they feel a heck of a lot simpler. But if we're talking about actual cleaning performance, this isn't close. Okay, so I guess we
Yeah,
can
it's not
start
even,
there.
it, 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 it can't be treated like a 50-50 debate, right?
Right. No, no, not at all. And listen, I think that's probably the biggest misconception that's still hanging around the category, right? People think it just kind of depends on what you like and what you wanted to do. I mean, that's only true if you're talking about, I guess, experience over everything else, right? It's not true if you're talking about how well the machine actually cleans, because these machines are built off of two completely different ideas of how cleaning should work, and one of them is fundamentally more effective.
All right, so let's
So
let's let's go deep into it, into kind of the core mechanisms of each. I mean, almost everyone listening knows the differences, the major differences between the two. But I think in terms how they actually clean, it's really interesting the differences between the two.
yeah, and it's funny you say that, because I would think that too. If we sat down and had a conversation, like everybody knows this story by now. Well, apparently they don't, right? Because it's still, or at least choose not to talk about it, because it's still a major conversation point and it's a major gap in the communication on the sales floor right now. Listen, when we talk about front load washers, okay? Essentially, they're cleaning using motion, right? The clothes are lifted and dropped and tumbled repeatedly throughout the process, and that creates the friction between fabrics, okay? And that friction is what's actually removing soil from the clothes. It's not water doing the work; it's movement. So if you look at a load washer, it's an agitator or an impeller, right? And the system is mostly moving clothes around in water. So there's a heck of a lot um, less consistent friction, right? There's less controlled movement throughout that. So it relies more on the water volume to move all of that soil away in the load. And this is where it seems like a lot of people are either not wanting to tell that story or forgetting to tell that story or whatever's going on out there on the sales floor. I don't know. But water doesn't clean your clothes. Motion does, right? And front load machines are built entirely around that idea. So this isn't a preference by any means. It's actually clean versus not as clean.
Right. And it's not close because, I mean, put anything in water and try to move it around as an agitation source. Unless you have rocks
Yeah.
nearby, you're not getting much out of that water. So,
Right.
speaking of water, I mean, water usage, this actually surprised me a decent amount too in terms of the difference.
Yeah, I think you need to get comfortable pushing back on customers, because customers do believe this, right? That water equals cleaner, right? And look, it used to sound logical. In fact, today it probably sounds logical too, but I promise you it's backwards, right? More water actually reduces cleaning effectiveness overall, because now you're diluting the detergent and you're reducing that fabric to fabric contact, right? So clothes are just kind of floating around. That's all they're doing. So in a front load machine, you're getting a lot less water, and that can scare in a customer who's always only had top loaders. But you're talking more concentrated detergent and more interaction between fabrics as a result of that. And that combination flat out cleans better. So when people look into a front load washer and they think that doesn't look like there's enough water in it, they're completely misunderstanding how cleaning actually works.
So another piece of this obviously is the drying part of after the wash cycle, we go to the spin cycle. Big differences here, and this was dramatic when we switched from top load to front load.
Yeah, in terms of spins, I mean, we're talking significantly faster, right? I mean, that means that they're removing significantly more water from the clothes before they even hit the dryer. So now what that essentially means is that your dryer has a hell of a lot less work to do, right? There's shorter drying times, there's less energy, and then there's better overall efficiency. And top load machines don't extract at the same level or barely at all. So you end up paying for it on the back end, right? With significantly longer drying and more energy use and more time. And just listen, let's be honest. I mean, we talk about it all the time. Fabric hates heat. So they're exposed to a longer timetable and and a lot more heat as a result of that, which is going to have a serious impact on the longevity of those fabrics.
So you just touched on it in terms of fabricating heat. Fabric doesn't love the washer cycle either. What's the difference there?
Right. Yeah, for sure. I mean, a front load is significantly easier on fabrics, right? Tumbling motion is more controlled and more even there. Top loaders, especially with one with an agitator, right, is significantly more aggressive. So you're going to get twisting and pulling and even more stress on those fabrics over the course of time. So if you actually care about not only how long you have your clothes, but how long that they last as close to the way that you got them, right? I mean, anybody can hang on to a t-shirt, but it wasn't certainly what you had when you first, purchased them. Front load is going to win there too. I mean, it's really not even close.
So last fun one is of course capacity. And this is one where the visuals don't really help the situation, but there's actually a very dramatic difference. And the spec sheet doesn't help the situation either in terms of the difference in capacity.
Yeah, you got that right. And listen, it's usable capacity is different than visual space. We talk about that in probably every category at this point, right? But front load drums are no different, right? They use the full space to its advantage, so it's much more efficient. These top load machines, especially with the ones with agitators, lose space because of all of that center mechanism. And I have a real bone to pick with um the impeller models that are out there, right? These hybrid systems that are out there that say, "Oh, just you can load them up and it's the same capacity or better capacity." They're not. You still have to load those machines in order for them to be effective, like there's an agitator in the middle of that machine. So you're still pushing things out to the sidewall. So that capacity is a farce. So really, we're talking perception versus reality again with capacity like we always do. This isn't close either. Front load machines are far more efficient and far more effective when you talk about getting the full use of the space.
So, I mean, we talked at the top a little bit, at least, about why top load is still, popular, whether it's, familiarity and something you grew up with. They generally run cheaper, things like that. But, front load takes it on the chin too for some certain things. So, can we talk a little about the criticisms that customers are walking in the showroom with on front load, deservedly or not, and how salespeople should manage that?
Yeah, you get a lot of different things. Listen, people favor top loads for reasons other than just that it's familiar, right? You think about the idea of that they don't have to bend down. You hear that one all the time, right? You hear that, you can throw clothes in mid-cycle, right? And
Right.
they feel like the cycles feel shorter, those types of things, right? But, you know, front load does have a bad reputation to your point that's still kind of out there, right? And listen, some of it's probably still deserved today, and some of it's not, right? Um, load machines seal very, very tight. Okay. That's actually part of how they work. But if you leave that door closed after a cycle, that moisture in there is going to get trapped. And that's going to lead to odor over the time. And that's the one that you hear all the time, right? I'll never buy one of these machines because they smell. Well, if you leave the door open, you're going to be able to dry it out. Moreover, there's a lot of machines that are out there now that take that into consideration. And you can actually, they have cycles to dry out the machine. In fact, I own one and it works phenomenally well, where it'll dry out that machine by air venting it after. So they have those cycles that are actually built in there. But, I will side that that behavior is different than what people are used to sometimes, right? So it's really easy to blame the machine instead of understanding the system and really adapting to it. So people will say, "Oh, I don't want to do that. I want to leave it open. It's get the door gets in the way, or I didn't buy one with that cycle on there." It's just a lot easier to just use a top loader. So I get that part of it, but really at this point, that's the only one that customers can really kind of hang on to. The I don't want to bend down. I can throw something in mid cycle, which some of the front loader machines have addressed that too. Not to my liking personally, but have done it. And then, the big one is always that they hear that they smell and then the work in order to be able to make sure that they don't.
All right, John, this is a versus. Who wins?
I mean, this shouldn't even be close. And again, the only reason why we decided to go down this road is because for some reason it still is. And if you're a salesperson that's out there that's still presenting this as preference, don't. You're really not helping that customer. And I understand trying to avoid friction in the sales process and those types of things. Sometimes you get those customers that flat out will not buy a front load and they are 100%, bought into the idea of a front load. I will tell you that's all the more reason to push back on that customer and find out the reasons why they truly want to go to front load. Because, when we're talking about all of the things that are important, cleaning performance, water efficiency, fabric care, extraction, all of these things, there isn't a single argument out there where top load could possibly win. So if we're talking about strictly ease and familiarity and convenience, you're a salesperson. You've got to be able to overcome those things. Those are really easy objections to overcome when you stress the importance of what these machines actually do nowadays. Front load should win every single time.
Completely with you. And what was really interesting to me is we've had so many conversations about appliances that before you start selling, you have these assumptions, and then you start selling, and then you have some realizations, and then you start selling, and you get actually purchase some of these appliances. Yeah, it was night and day in terms of the quality of the wash going from top load to front load. That maybe of all the appliance categories, that was the most shocking difference.
Yeah. Well, it's funny too, and I used to say this to customers all the time because I'd always say it was a better clean. I said, when was the last time you saw grass stains on somebody's jeans? Remember when we were kids, you used to walk around the mall and they used to have grass stains on everybody's pants. All the kids, they were walking through, right? And they had those wear spots on the knees. When was the last time that you saw that it wasn't actually built in as part of the actual jeans, right? Because we know that fashion trend was out there for a long time. But I mean, like just in stain removal, I used to see grass stains on pants all the time. You never see it anymore. It's because everybody moved to these front loaders and they're just such better cleaning systems.
We drop a new episode every day of the week, including weekends. Don't forget to rate and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts.